Alright, so you've already installed Optimizer Press 2.0. Well done. Before you set up, I'm going to show you some of the basic settings and configurations that you can do on your Optimize Press theme before you start. What you do is go to Optimize Press and go to the dashboard. So now you notice there are options, and I'm going to go through them one by one. The first is Header and Logo Setup. Now, if there's any logo that you'd like to add, you can click Select File. You can add your header and logo right here anytime you want. Alternatively, you can also upload a banner image, but that's totally up to you. The next thing I'm going to look at is the favicon setup. This is for you to have a custom icon that you can upload into your pages to make it appear into your browser. Next is Site Footer. Now, the default footer will appear as a copyright statement, so here I recommend you change the name to the name of your website. If you'd like it to be timeless, I would recommend deleting the year and replacing it with the copyright symbol. Next is SEO options. For this, you can turn this on or off. It's totally up to you. Next up, we have the Live Editor Autosave. I recommend turning this off because the more you edit your page, the more space it will take in your server. Next is the promotion settings. With this turned on, Optimize Press will sneak in their own address onto your pages. So you don't want to do this. I recommend you turn this off unless you have a very special reason to do such a thing. Next up, I think we can skip custom CSS and go straight to typography. If you want to have a customized look of the text on your pages, you can change the fonts, sizes, and color here. It's worth mentioning that if you want to make your text stand out, you can change the size of the text on the Theme Text Paragraph Styles tab. You can also do the same for H1, H2, and H3. Further down, I think you can ignore the other settings here unless you're an advanced user and you know programming, but most of the time you don't need to change any of these settings. So let's click Save Settings, and then, success! Your settings have been updated. Moving along, you can check with the analytics and tracking, but this is more for advanced users. I've set up multiple Optimize Press pages and have not used any of these settings at all, so I'll leave this for the more curious to discover. So there you have it. These are the settings you need to configure before you start building pages. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a new page on Optimize Press. So to get started on Optimize Press, click on Create New Page. Then you'll see that there's a list and a variety of templates you can choose from. There are many options that you can use, such as Opt-in Landing Page, Thank You Pages, Sales Pages, Webinar Pages, Membership Pages, and a lot more. So for most cases, I really recommend that you use an existing template so that you can easily modify your pages and learn how Optimize Press actually works as a drag-and-drop solution to build mobile, responsive pages. So for example, I'd like to create a landing page. So it kind of makes sense for me to choose a landing page template. So I'm going to pick my favorite here. So let's say I'm going to use this template here to build out a landing page. Click on the green button, Use this template. Then you'll be prompted to name your page. This is also the same name that will appear at the top of your browser. So let's call it Test Page. If you noticed, the page URL permalink will be automatically generated. However, you can choose to rename it to something else accordingly. I'm just going to leave it at that. So that decided it. Let's click on Create Page. And excellent, the page has already been generated for you. You can see that this is pretty much a drag and drop. You can click and hold on the Move button to move the rows around, but I'm going to leave this for another video. However, before you continue, what you want to do is click on Save and Close, then go to Pages, All Pages, and you'll notice that the page is still in draft mode. This is to say that this page is not viewable in the internet by anyone else other than you. So to make the page video visible, what you do is click on Quick Edit, select Status, click on Publish, then click Update. You'll notice that this page is now viewable on the internet. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and add new rows and elements on OptimizePress. What you see here is a new page. So what you do is click on the Launch Now button under Live Editor and a new window will open. And as you can see, there's a nice blank page opened with options on the left-hand side: layout settings, color scheme settings, typography settings, page settings, membership settings, content templates, page revisions, help, and the status, which I'm going to change to draft. Then there's the show and hide controls. On the bottom part are options like View Public Link, Save as Preset, Save and Close, and Save and Continue. What I'll focus on is this, Add New Row button. So I go ahead and click it and a window will pop up. As you can see, there are a variety of row styles you can choose from, such as simple layouts, complex layouts, feature areas. So I'm going to focus on the simple layout, specifically the one-column row. So I highlight it and click on the button to insert into the page. Alright, so there's our new row placed on the page. There are 6 option buttons on each row. Next is adding elements into the page. What you do is click the Add Element here. And a window will pop up. You can add many elements into your page, such as images, text, videos, buttons, and many more. For this purpose, I'm going to add an image. I'll go ahead and type image here and choose the third option. In step 2, there are many image options you can choose from, but I'm going to choose the first one. Now we reach step 3. Here there are also options to add an image, a large image, the custom width option, the image width, the caption, the link URL, the option to open the link in a new window, the image alignment, and the margins of the image. Alright, what I'm going to do is click Select File under Image. There are also options here from the computer, drag and drop option from URL where you can copy and paste the URL link of images here, and also from your own media library on OptimizePress. Go back to From Computer, click Select Files and choose an image as I do here, and click Open. It's loaded now, so here you can see the image and the details, the title here which you can change, the alternate text, caption, description, the link URL of the image. I'm not going to touch all this. And go ahead and click Insert into Post. It's now displayed here. So I'm going to scroll right down and click on Insert. And there you have it. You have successfully added a new row and element to your page. In this video, I'm going to show you how to enable and disable the header and footer on OptimizePress 2.0. So as you can see, we're at the dashboard right now, so what you do is create a page as I did beforehand. So now I'm going to Live Editor, and this page I've created with a headline, subheadline, a sample video, and also a link. So what I want to do is put a header right here on the top part of the page and also a footer. So what I'll do is go to Layout Settings. And here you see options to enable, disable the header here, and also for the footer here. But first, I'm going to enable the header area, and I'll go ahead and choose a header style, which is the first one, which has a logo and links alongside it. The alternative is a banner or header with links below it. If you select any of these, you'll be prompted to upload an image for your logo or banner. In this case, I've already uploaded an image right here. And I've also set the background color to white. If you want to enable your navigation links alongside your logo, you should enable this one, the navigation bar alongside logo. If you click this, you'll have the option to select a menu for the navigation bar, and of course, it will differ from page to page. You can also choose the style of the link. It's really up to you for customization. If you enable the banner or header and navigation links below it, you should enable this one, navigation bar below header. But I selected the logo and navigation bar alongside it, so I enable this navigator bar alongside logo. I'll go ahead and select a menu here, and I'll click Update. Alright, as you can see, there's already our header here with the logo and the navigation bar alongside it. Keep in mind that this differs from website to website. So the next part is enabling the footer at the bottom here. So what I do is go back to Layout Settings and enable the footer area. And here you can choose or select your footer navigation menu. There will be choices depending on your site, but I'm going to select the footer menu. And these are customization options for the fonts, the style, the size, and the effects of the footer. This is the option to enable extra large footer, and this option is enabled if you want a larger footer area for your page. There's also a disclaimer option right here. If you want to override the disclaimer message, you can put it here. I'm going to go ahead and click Update. Alright, as you can see, the footer is already here. If you notice these two small navigation buttons right here, this means that for now your footer is enabled. I'm going to save and continue this and view this on the public link. Alright, as you can see, here's the header and the content of my site and also a footer right here. So there you go, that's how you enable and disable the header and footer on OptimizePress 2.0. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a custom HTML code into your OptimizePress 2.0 page. First, what you do is create a new page, as I did here. Next is to edit it in Live Editor, so do so. The Live Editor now appears, and as you can see, I've already added a headline, some text, and also a link here. Now what I want to do is add a custom HTML of a video right around this area. So what I do is click Add Element and type HTML, the custom HTML shortcode option will appear. Click it. And then this appears. So what I do is just copy and paste a YouTube video embedded code here. And then hit Insert. Now it appears at the bottom, but as you can see, the video is actually not centered. I want it centered, so what I do is I click the Edit button and add a div command right here. So I'll go ahead and type it. This is the code, and also you would want to end the code right here, as so. Alright, now you have to take note of this code and this code. The function of these is to set your HTML item that you put in your page to be centered. Now let's check out to see what happens. And great, it's now centered, so I'll just go ahead and move it to the top here. So now we can preview it. First, click Save and Continue. Then click View Public Link. And very nice! So there you go. That's how you add a custom HTML code to your page. In this video, I'm going to show you how to import-export a page template on OptimizePress 2.0. Right now, we're at the dashboard. First, we're going to export a page as a template, so what we'll do is go to Pages and All Pages. I'm going to select a page here, which will be this one. So I'm now going into Live Editor. So I'm going to save this as a template, which I'm going to use later. What I do is go into Content Templates and click on Export Template. In this part, you can rename your template, which I'm going to do so now. And I'm going to add a description here. And this is the category of the template which will appear when you import the template later. So I'm going to put this under the category of Launch Pages. In this part, you can put a placeholder or a thumbnail for your page. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to select a file from the desktop and select this one. Alright, so I'm going to use this one. The thumbnail is now generated. Now I'm going to click Generate Zip and I will download the layout. So the template is now downloaded, and right now this page has already been exported as a template. The next part is to import the template into OptimizePress. So close this, and on OptimizePress go to Create New Page. Alright, from here you can select a lineup of templates, or you can import a template from this part right here. Click Browse. Select the template that we have saved just now. Click Open. And click Install Now. So now you'll receive the Upload Successful message, so I can find it now under Launch Pages. So there you go. This is the template that I've exported just now. We have successfully imported this. So I'm going to preview it now. And here is the page template that I have imported just now. So there you go, that's how you export or import a page template. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Launch Suite. Launch Suite is used for you to set up your launch funnels and product launches. You can deliver useful content or tease your products before the actual launch of your product. So going ahead, the first thing that I do is create a launch page. I've already created one right here, which is called Launch Page 1. I'm going to go into Live Editor now. This is a fairly simple launch page that I've created. It has a title and a video. What I'm going to do is add this page into a launch funnel. What I do is go to Page Settings and then turn on the launch funnel. And I'm going to set this into Launch 1. You can create a new one if you want, but this one has already been created. Then click Update. It's now saved, then click Save and Close. The next step is to create a second launch page, which delivers any type of content you want, such as to tease your product. So what I'm going to do is click Clone Page on Launch Page 1. Which brings us to the Edit page. I'm going to call this Launch Page 2 and also edit the permalink. Make sure the page is set to Published and click Update. Alright, now I'm going to go into Live Editor. So as you can see, Launch Page 2 is similar to Launch Page 1 because I want to keep my launch pages fairly consistent. So I'm going to show you that this page is also part of the funnel here. As you can see, Launch Funnel is turned on, and also it's part of Launch 1. So I'll go ahead and save and close this. The next step is for me to create a landing page. This is where your customer can choose to opt in if they want. What I do is go create New Page and select from a template of landing pages that we have here. I'm going to use this one and call this Launch Landing Page 1. The permalink is already created and I'll click Create Page. After clicking, the Live Editor will instantly pop up. This page is used for your customers or visitors to opt into your product launch. Landing pages are used to give something in return or a reward for an opt-in, such as a review, free training of free products such as ebooks or reports. To make sure this page is part of the launch, click on Page Settings and enable the launch funnel, and ensure that this page is part of Launch 1. Click Update. Now make sure that this page is also set to Publish and save and close it. The next step is to set up the launch funnel, so this is where the Launch Suite comes in. On this page, go to Launch Suite. The next step is to create a funnel stage. Make sure this is set to Launch 1, then click Funnel Stage. In this stage, the page that I'm going to select is Launch Page 1, As you can see, the permalink has already been created here. You can actually add a thumbnail and also a coming soon thumbnail here. And this is the navigation link text and the coming soon navigation link text. You may customize this link to tease what's coming soon. I'm going to set this as published, and this is the option to delete the stage. The next step is to set the funnel stage 2, which is basically the same as funnel stage 1, but here I'm going to select Launch Page 2. You can see the link here, and also the same options such as thumbnails, coming soon thumbnails, navigation text, coming soon navigation text, and also the publish. Obviously, this is not published yet because it's still the first stage, so I'll leave this stage turned off. Next, we'll take a look at the Sales and Cart page. This stage is where you can add your sales cart page, so you obviously want to turn the Open Sales Cart off and hide the cart link by turning it on. And this is the part where you put in your sales cart page after you've made sure the sales and cart page are entered into Launch 1. I'm going to go ahead and click Save Settings. So now our funnel states have been set. Before that, what you need to do is grab the link to Launch Page 1 to be used later. Right now, we're going to go set up the navigation for your subscribers to easily navigate between your launch pages. So what you do is go to Launch Page 1, and go to Live Editor. So what you're going to do is add a launch navigation bar here. So I'm going to do just that. There are a few options or choices of navigation buttons you can use. It's totally up to you, but I'm going to use this one. I'm going to leave this as it is here and click Insert. Alright, this is added into the page. I'm going to set this here. Next, save and close this. I'm going to do the same thing to Launch Page 2. Click Live Editor. Add Element. Launch Navigation, and for consistency purposes, I'm going to use the same style. I'm also going to put this way up top here. Save and close this. The next step is to connect your launch landing page to your launch pages. So on Launch Landing Page 1, click Live Editor. This is the page. You might need to do some integration here with your autoresponder with this opt-in, so when your subscriber adds their email here, it will be sent to your autoresponder for further action. Edit this. As you can see here, there are a few integration options, but I'm going to focus the attention to this part, the redirect URL. Paste Launch Page 1's permalink here. The function after your customer opts in. The customer will be redirected to Launch Page 1. So I'm going to click Insert. Then click Update. So now this page is connected to your funnel. Next is for you to start delivering your content to your customers when they are interested with your launches. So that's it. That's how to set up your launches using Launch Suite. Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to duplicate pages on OptimizePress 2.0. As you can see here, you're now on the dashboard of OptimizePress. In the first step, go to Pages, and then All Pages. For this purpose, I'm going to use one new page as the page that I'm going to duplicate, so I'll go ahead and click Live Editor. What I intend to do is clone this page with its heading, video, text, and also the link. So what I do is close this. And as you can see, there are options below the page name. Then click Clone Page. Then you'll be brought to this page called the Edit page. So next, I'll rename this to another name. And also edit the permalink. Then click OK. After that, click Save Draft. Now this page has already been saved. So let's view it on Live Editor. And as you can see, the same elements have been cloned into the new page. I'm going to close this and view it back at the Pages tab. So you see, this is one new page and two new page with the exact content, meaning that one new page has now the same content as two new page. There you have it. That's how you create a duplicate of a page. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do some setups on your pages. So there are 4 settings I want to focus on in this video, which are layout settings, color scheme settings, typography settings, and page settings. The first thing I want to go to is the layout settings. So there are a few options you can look at here. The first is the page thumbnail. This allows you to add a page thumbnail. You can upload your own or select from the gallery. OptimizePress has a selection of quite a few thumbnails, but I'm going to just select one here. And this will be set as your page thumbnail. Next, you can go to header settings where you can select your header styles. For example, this style, which has a logo and also links alongside it. There's also a banner with navigation below it. So if you choose one of the header options, it'll show you on your page if you enable this first. You should enable this button first for your header to appear in your page. So I've enabled a header and uploaded a logo here, and also set the background color as white. This is for you to remove links on the header or logo and wrap the logo image in H1 tag. So if you want to wrap your logo, you should enable this. This is the link for the logo, and these 3 options are the navigation bar options for the header. These all depend on what kind of header you're using. In my case, I'm using the first option, so I'd want to enable the navigation bar alongside logo, which has a few options here. This is the select menu for the navigation bar, which you can use, and also the navigation font. These are options setting for the font you want to use. I'll leave this as it is. The next setting I want to take a look at is the feature title. However, for most of us, we wouldn't need a feature title, so I'll just leave it at that. The footer area is also optional. You can turn this one on or off. In my case, I've turned it off. You can also select the footer navigation here. Here's the navigation font style. Enable this option if you want an extra large footer, and if you want to put a disclaimer, you can put it here. If you're satisfied with the layout settings, you can click Update straight away. The page will refresh. Next up, I'm going to color scheme the settings. It has only one option, which is page color settings. There are 6 options here, but I'm going to focus on overall page color options. This is because the other options are not really needed unless you're an advanced user of OptimizePress. So straight into page color options. Here you can upload a repeating background image, and you can select a file here, and also choose a background color for your page. This is the setting for your page hyperlink color. Every hyperlink on your page will have this color if you set it here. This is the normal color, and this is the hover color. So let's say you want to change your hyperlink to a different color and the hover color to something else. You can do so here. If you're satisfied with the page color options, you can click Update. So, if you notice, the link color that I have just set now reflects here, and if you hover over the link, you can see the color changing. Next is the typography settings. This is where all the font styles of your page will be dictated. Now, the three main fonts that I want to focus on here are theme text, paragraph styles, and H1 and H2 heading styles. For others, unless you're building a very complex page, you wouldn't need to set them. And this is the footer text color, footer link text color, and also the hover color for the footer link text. So if you set the theme text paragraph styles into this color, for example, H1 headline color to this one, and H2, I'm going to keep the color here. If you set these, the corresponding text group like this one, which is the body text, and also H1 and H2 text, will follow the color that you have set, together with the styling, font style, and also the size. I'll update this. And as you can see, the text groups have the assigned colors. One word of advice is you would want to streamline your pages with only one or two font styles. That's because your pages will look unattractive if you cram too much font styles in them. The fourth setting I want to go into is actually the page settings. There are 4 options here, and here is the other scripts. Unless you're an advanced Optimize Press user, you'd want to skip this. This is the Launch Funnel option where you can set up funnels for your product launches. What I want to focus on here is actually the Exit Redirect. This is used to redirect your visitors to an assigned URL of your choice. I'll do that now. I've set the redirect URL to the top website and also set the browser message. If you're satisfied with this, go ahead and click Update. Okay, now the 4 settings have been looked into, so there you have it. That's how you set layout, color, scheme, typography, and page settings on Optimize Press 2.0. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add an opt-in form from your autoresponder on OptimizePress 2.0. So basically, what I'll attempt to do here is to integrate my autoresponder inside my OptimizePress page. You'd want to use this integration if you don't want to use OptimizePress's own API, which is to say that it's a more direct method. So the first thing is to create a landing page, as I've done right now, and it should have an opt-in form that you'll integrate with your autoresponder later. So what you want to do here is to edit the opt-in form. And I want to focus on this integration type right here. The integration I'll be using is the custom form integration. If you use this integration, you can add a form HTML code of your opt-in form in the box here. It's worth mentioning that the code used is not JavaScript, but HTML. So next, what I'll do is I'll go to my autoresponder, and in this case, I'm using Aweber. Alright, and this is my autoresponder page. I'll now go to Sign Up Forms and create my first sign up form. And I'll just select this sign up form here. Make sure that on OptimizePress, if you're collecting names and emails, make sure you're also collecting the same thing on your autoresponder. If one of these is missing, an error message will appear on OptimizePress, which you don't want. I'm going to straight away use this form with the name, email, and sign up button, and I'll save this form and publish it. In this part, I want to install my own form, and this is the part I mentioned earlier, not JavaScript, but raw HTML version. As you can see from here, there's a long, big chunk of HTML coding, but the majority of this is all styling. What you want to look for is the form method tag inside this HTML code. As you can see, the form method tag starts here, and you'll want to copy until the form tag right here. So I'll click and copy this and go back to my OptimizePress and directly paste this here. Then you'll want to check that this name field and email field should be the same. The name email field on OptimizePress should correspond with the ones on your autoresponder. This is the form URL where the list of subscribers will go. If you want to add an extra field, you can do so, but I'm not going to do this for now because if you add a field on OptimizePress, for example, list name, you should also have a list name field on your autoresponder or else an error message will appear. I'm not going to do this, but straight away click Insert. So as you can see here, this opt-in form has been integrated with my autoresponder. Make sure your page is set to publish. And I'll save and continue. Now let's test this opt-in form by viewing the public link. And this is the public link view of the page that your visitors will see. So now let's enter some details into the form. And I've entered a name and email here. Next, I'll click this Get Instant Access button. And after someone opts in, a thank you page will appear. Now let's check my Aweber if the subscriber appears on my list. So now I'm at my Aweber page. So now I'll go to Subscribers and manage my subscribers. And you can see here that the name and email here has appeared on my list and is now a subscriber. I also want to note that other autoresponders will work a similar way as the method that I've shown you just now. So that's it. That's how you integrate an autoresponder opt-in form on OptimizePress. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create member area pages on OptimizePress 2.0. The purpose of member area pages is to deliver exclusive content, monthly subscriptions, or a place where your subscribers can interact with one another. The first thing I'm going to do is create a new page, so I'll go to OptimizePress and create New Page and go to the template of membership pages. I'm going to use Membership Homepage Clean Style and give this a name, check the availability, and create the page. Alright, this is an example of the home page. You can do some editing on the headline and subheadline and also add other things to your liking. The next step is to set this as a membership site, so what I would do is go to Membership Settings, Membership Page Settings, and select the membership type as Product. This is because this page will be the top level of your membership. Click Update. The page will refresh. Then go back to Membership Settings to check that it's still a product. The next thing I'll do is go to Layout Settings and select a page thumbnail. I'll select one from the gallery, and there are a few options that OptimizePress has, but you can also upload your own. But I'll use the stock one. Click Update. The next step is to go to this part called Membership Page Listings. And what it does is lists all the subpages, lesson pages that your membership has. And if you go back, you can see different styles of listing here. But I'll just go ahead and use the style that's set. I'll order this alphabetically. Leave the number of columns as 1 and set the product as the home page. I'll go ahead and click Insert. There is still no membership pages found because I haven't created them yet. Next, set this to Publish and save and close this. The second stage is to create content pages for your membership pages. Bear in mind that this video demonstrates a simple member area page which has the product and straight to the content. For the content, I'll use the Membership Lesson Page Clean Style template. I'll give this a name and create the page. And I'll go straight to the live editor. This page has some elements in it, but you can add, edit, or delete the rows, columns, and elements to your liking. I'll just leave this page as it is. You can edit the title, subtitle, training video, and training information here. Next, go to the Membership Settings, Membership Page Settings, and select this as a Content Lesson. The reason I didn't select category and subcategory is because this video only demonstrates a simple membership page. For more complex ones, you can select a category, subcategories, and then the lesson pages. But here, it'll just be lessons. Click Update. The page will refresh. Then go back to Membership Settings and select the Home Pages as the product. And this is the name of the content page. I'll leave it as is. And this is the page description. I'll give one now. Click Update. It'll refresh one more time. Bear in mind that you need to publish this page and also go to Layout Settings and select a page thumbnail, or else it won't appear at the listing on the home page. I'll just select one from the gallery. Click Update. It'll refresh again, and save and close this. The next step is to create a second lesson page or a Lesson 1 page for the membership. What I'll do is go back to Pages and scroll down to the pages that I have created just now. And I'm going to clone this. I'll rename it into Lesson 1 edit the permalink, update it, and go to Live Editor. So this page is similar to the introduction page. You want your pages to be consistent in this case. I want my pages to be consistent, so I'll want to edit the headline, subheadline, change the image here, just edit as you like, the training video, information, everything. Next is to check if the membership setting is correct. Click Update and the page will refresh. All in good order, and check the layout settings to see if the thumbnail is there. Here I'll select a new one to differentiate it from the introduction page. This one. Update it and I'll refresh again. And now this Lesson 1 page is now part of the membership. Click Save and Close. So now I'll preview what I've done here. I'll go to the home page, go to Live Editor. So as you can see, the Introduction and Lesson 1 page is now listed in the membership page listing. And on this home page, your members can go to Introduction and Lesson 1 page, but keep in mind that you need to set the pages to publish if you want the pages to be listed here. So until you publish it, it won't show up here. Next is to set up some sort of navigation for your members. So I'll put a navigation bar here, click Add Element, and select Navigation Sidebar. There are a few options you can use here, and I'm going to use this one, Order Alphabetically. And if you want to just list pages from the parent product, you can tick this, but I want to go through the details. I'll give this a title and select the home page as Product and show only content because, again, this is a simple membership, so you just go straight to the content. Click Insert. So as you can see, the navigation bar is already here. If it's too far down in your page, you may want to move it somewhere to the top. If you move this to a column, it'll automatically resize to the column. And as you can see, there's the Introduction and Lesson 1 page. I'll go ahead and save and close this. One final thing that I'd like to do is setting up the breadcrumb trail. What it does is it acts like the pathways of the files on your computer. So I'm going to do that now. I'll go to the Introduction page, click Live Editor, and add an element right about here. Type Membership here, and go to Breadcrumb Trails. There are options you can select, but I'm going to use this one. As you can see, the breadcrumb trail has appeared. The main page will be the home page and the page you're at right now. Breadcrumb trails are used for reference to tell your members which part of the membership they're at. So I'll go ahead and save and close this. And you can do the same thing for your lesson page, your home page, or any other pages you like. Adding breadcrumb trails will tell your members on which part of the membership they're on. So that's it. That's how you create member area pages on OptimizePress 2.0.